Vietnam is an astonishing mix of natural highlights and cultural diversity. The scenery ranges from jagged peaks seen from winding mountain passes down to verdant paddy fields, painted every shade of green in the palette. In today's video, we are going to explore the top 10 places to visit in Vietnam. Number 10. The Cu Chi Tunnels. The Cu Chi Tunnels are an extensive tunnel network that stretches for more than 250 kilometers during the war, allowing VC troops to operate and communicate in the area surrounding Ho Chi Minh City. An absolutely fascinating experience for all travelers, not just those interested in Vietnam's modern military history. The Cu Chi Tunnels are an absolutely fascinating experience for all travelers, not just those interested in Vietnam's modern military history. Two small portions of the network may be toured with a guide who will lead you down into the dark, cramped tunnels, which are not suitable for claustrophobia sufferers. At various moments, you will practically be crawling on your hands and knees. The tunnels may be accessed from either Ben Dinh Village, the more popular option, or Ben Doc Village. Number 9. Nha Trang. Nha Trang is the place to go in Vietnam if you want to have some fun. The well-kept beach stretches for 6 kilometers along the central Nha Trang City waterfront and is busy with local families on vacation as well as international visitors throughout the summer. The swimming is superb, with dedicated swimming areas and groomed lounging areas, making this a terrific alternative for relaxed days in the sun and sand. If you get tired of sunbathing, head north across the Zambong Bridge to the historic Po Nagar Sham towers, which have been utilized as a place of prayer since at least the 7th century. Number 8. Hanoi. Vietnam's capital is the country's frantic beating heart, a location that both befuddles and attracts visitors. For some people, the motorcycle frenzy, smog, and continual clamor of street sellers might be overwhelming. But if you want to immerse yourself in Vietnam city life, Hanoi is the place to go. The Old Town section is full of decaying beauty, and history buffs should come here just to visit the plethora of good museums. Number 7. The Sapa Countryside. The lush fields of rice region around Sapa, flanked by the rugged peaks of the Hoang Lan Mountains. It's home to some of Vietnam's most magnificent rural panoramas. The Hmong, Chai, and Red Dao people live in the deep valleys, while the undulating hills are planted with rice crops and overshadowed by the country's tallest peak, Phan Xipang Mountain. This is Vietnam's best trekking location, providing a plethora of possibilities for trekking or day hiking through little towns while taking in the breathtaking mountain scenery. Number 6. Hoi An. Hoi An is the most atmospheric city in Vietnam. With many antique buildings still standing, the Old Town area is a delight to explore, with well-preserved merchant buildings dating back to Hoi An's 15th century trade center heyday, when the town was a significant meeting point for Japanese and Chinese merchants who flocked here for the native silks. Many of the ancient merchant homes have been exposed to the public, allowing you to get a sense of what life was like back then. Tan Ki House, built in the 17th century and featuring outstanding architectural ornamental characteristics, is the greatest. Number 5. My Son. Surrounded by lush jungle-covered mountains, My Son is a ruined Cham-era temple city that dates from the 4th century. This old Hindu religious center was still very much in use during the 7th to 10th centuries and only fell into complete decline and abandonment during the 13th century. There are around 20 temple structures still standing here, all built of brick or sandstone blocks and showing interesting influences from various Asian empires, including Indian and Malay. Note that the temples of Group B are the oldest, while Group A once contained the site's most important monument, but was destroyed deliberately by US forces during the Vietnam War. Number 4. Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park. One of the best places to visit in Vietnam for caving. World Heritage listed, Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park is a dramatic karst mountain formation honeycombed with huge caverns which are home to superb stalactite and stalagmite displays. The most popular destinations within the park is the Paradise Cave, which extends for a staggering 31 kilometers below ground. The yawning caverns here are truly spectacular. Tulan Cave is a wet cave, and a visit here includes swimming through the cave system's river. The other most popular excursion is to the Phong Nha Caves, where the interior is accessed by boat. You can access Phong Nha-Ke Bang National Park from Sun Trach. Number 3. Ho. Ho, one of Vietnam's most ancient cities, is brimming with treasures from the era of Nguyen emperors in the 19th century. The imperial enclosure, which stretches from 2.5 kilometers along the banks of the beautiful Perfume River, is a massive complex surrounded by walls. The beautiful Nomon Gate, the Tai Ho Palace, with its exquisitely lacquered interior details, the Dien Thao residence, where the queen mothers would dwell, and the halls of the mandarins, with their intact ceiling murals, are all worth seeing when walking the grounds. Outside the imperial enclosure's boundaries, there are a plethora of historic sites. Number 2. Ho Chi Minh City. For big city fans, no visit to Vietnam is complete without a visit to Ho Chi Minh City, the buzzing and crazy commercial hub of the country. The streets are an insane clog of motorbikes and cars. The restaurant and cafe scene is incredibly cosmopolitan, and the shopping is the best in the country. At its center of Dong Khoi, a relatively small and easily navigatable central district which holds most of the city's sights. Here you'll find the HCMC Museum with a brilliant collection of artifacts that weaves together the story of the city and the Grand Notre Dame Cathedral, built in the late 19th century. Number 1. Halong Bay. The karst seascape of Halong Bay is one of the world's most spellbinding sea views and is a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Thousands of limestone islands sit within this bay in the Gulf of Tonkin, eroded into jagged pinnacles by wind and water action over millennia. With the bay's scenery best seen by boat, this is a prime cruising territory. Opt for at least an overnight tour to see Halong Bay's iconic views, as a day trip doesn't do it justice. The fascinating country is full of surprises and one of Southeast Asia's most underrated destinations. Plan your sightseeing with our list of the best places to visit in Vietnam. Give a like to this video and let us know in the comments which place you found the most interesting. Press the subscribe button if you're not subscribed yet, and stay tuned for our next video.